Now we're going to focus on the bat wings. Here's a pair of bat wings that I've previously made, and we're going to start with these. Now remember, I'm just using vellum. You can see through it, and it's much thicker and sturdier than just plain tracing paper. You don't want just tracing paper, it'll fall apart on you. You take your cellophane, cover it up. And normally I would use black wire, but I just ran out of black wire, so I'm going to go with white wire. And the hardest part about making wings is getting the wires to lay flat. And you really need them to lay pretty flat because the gallery glass isn't very thick. And you don't want it that thick. It doesn't need to be that thick. Now these two little parts that I'm adding right here, this is just for support. The other ones that I made don't have the extra wire, and they seem a little flimsy, so I'm adding just these two, a little V shape here, to give it some more support. That was too long, so cut it off. Okay, down to the super glue. There's the right bat wing. Flip it over, put your cellophane down, and start with the other side. Alright, well, let's get those drying. And we'll go back and check on the fairy wings. See how they're doing. And they're dry enough, so we'll go ahead and just keep on going. Don't forget your fairy wing template. You'll need it back so you know where to put the gallery glass. I'll lay it right on top. Line it up fairly nice. And we're going to use the clear or the white. It'll dry clear. It's white now, but it'll dry completely clear. But we're going to use the white right now. That's too dry, so go cleaning that out. There. You're just going to follow your lines, and you don't have to follow each and every little outline because you're going to, and you don't want it to go over. You're going to go back later and work with it some more. You do want to make sure those wires are covered because this is what's going to keep them down, and this is what's going to adhere them to the cellophane underneath. But don't put too much down at one time, you know, I just put a lot in the middle there because I'm going to smear it around in here and here. And we'll put holes in it later. And I'm using a knitting needle, but you can use your finger or, well, pretty much anything you want to put in the gallery glass to start filling it in. And I just wiggle it around what I like to do to make those fairy wings kind of feather out at the end, let me show you an example here. If they're more feathered, like out here, where they're kind of thin and there's no wire down here, I just take the gallery glass and just pull it out. And just pull out a nice little piece. And then the rest you just follow. Just fill it in. It's like a little kid coloring book. Just fill in between the lines. And the gallery glass and super glue, they don't get along real well. They kind of do sticky, funny things. Uh-oh. My 1-year-old just found me. Sorry about that. Thank goodness for dads, huh? So you're just going to keep filling in. And it doesn't have to be super thick. You do want it to be able to cover up what's behind it though. You don't want it super thin or super thick. Just kind of in the middle. And you don't have to do it exactly like this. You can do whatever you want. And after it dries, that's when we're going to add holes in the wings to give it that fairyish look. Okay. You just slide it off. And that's going to have to dry overnight. Flip this over. Pull your wing on. And you're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm actually not going to show you this one since you just saw the first one. I'm going to go ahead and skip to one of the other wings so you can see the difference and how we're going to make them. Let's go back to a dragon wing. Or bat wing. Like I said, just line it up. Oh, and I'm using the wrong one. The bat wing, I'm going to want to use a black. And like I said before, just to remind you, this was just crystal clear. It dries crystal clear. It was just a regular gallery glass. It looked white, just like this one. And I put black acrylic paint in it. And not very, I mean, yeah, a lot of it. But make sure you don't thin it out too much. And then I just shook it up until it's all black, and then I have a nice bottle to use. So, but they do sell gallery glass in multiple colors, and you can just buy it pre-made.